Steam sales day 8. I'm Justin. This is Dan.
That's me.
One of the things I like most in the world, Dan, is saving money. So that's why Steam sales, the Steam Summer Sale, is one of the most wonderful times of the year.
Your frugality is renowned throughout the office.
It's true. But only when it comes to like PC games. When it comes to iOS, which is my main beat, I'll pay any amount of money for anything. It's crazy. So,
for example, XCOM, which right now is twice as expensive on iOS as it is on PC.
It is. We're in some sort of crazy Candyland. It's not a Candyland at all. No, XCOM is $10. You say yes?
I say absolutely yes. I mean, there is no reason why you would not buy that at $10.
XCOM was it actually didn't end up on IGN's Game of the Year list, but it was hotly contested. Many of us liked it. It's got an 89 Metacritic, and I would say that's actually maybe a little bit low. Great game. Yeah, $10, 75%.
When I reviewed it at GameSpot, I gave it 5 out of 5.
Right? So. Yeah.
Steve reviewed it here. He gave it, I think, an 82 for
in the
like some of the linearity of it.
But he said it was great.
Yeah,
he said it was great. I agree. $10.
So before you leave there, actually,
sure.
We're talking about the DLC here. Do not get Slingshot. It actually makes it worse.
Nope, no Slingshot.
But do get Elite Soldier Pack if you want to be able to change the colors of your troops, which I find, that's worth $1.25.
Sure, it's certainly not $5. I mean, that's the thing about these Steam sales is everybody talks about the games, like, oh, you get XCOM for $10, but there's also overpriced DLC that suddenly becomes more reasonable. Yeah, for $1.25, I'll get something like that.
And that's one of the things that if you get on iOS, you can't get that. You can't change the color of your troops.
Yep, not yet anyway. I'm going to say Torchlight 2 is an easy buy.
Absolutely.
In fact, I'm going to say if you can only get one game today, my opinion is make it Torchlight 2.
I'd say XCOM, but
sure.
Actually, I reviewed both of these games at GameSpot and gave them both 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. I mean, you can't go wrong with either one. You say XCOM, I say Torchlight. It's a great loot game, great Diablo-style game, click-heavy action RPG. I don't know what else there really is
tomato
to say
if you say anyway.
Yeah. The original Torchlight's also on sale for $374. Also a great deal.
We should point out that this has Steam Workshop support. So there are a bunch of mods you can get for it. They have updated it a couple times. They've added a bunch of new pets. It's a really, really good game.
Yep. I'm also going to say, what else we got today? So SimCity 4, look, if you don't like always online, if you don't like, a lot of that sort of thing, SimCity 4 for $6.
Yeah, and it's definitely a more stable game than the current SimCity.
When I played SimCity 4, I don't know what year. Okay, it says here 2003. My computer just couldn't handle it. Once
I don't
my
think
town's
that's gonna be a problem anymore.
That's the thing. Like once my city got to looking like this, my computer would just kind of shit the bed a little, and then it wouldn't be able to run the game. Am I allowed to say that? But now that everybody has, sort of supercomputers by 2003 standards, SimCity 4 should run just fine.
And this comes with the Rush Hour expansion and everything, which is kind of essential.
It doesn't say Game of the Year edition. Oh, it does say Deluxe edition.
It says Deluxe, yeah.
What about Magicka?
Magicka, like when it came out, was super buggy, but was quickly, they patched the hell out of it real quick. And it turned it into something real good. I
love Magicka. I love its sort of take on, magic systems. You don't see games that have brand new magic systems very often, and this is one of them. I love the sort of humor in its DLC. This is actually another game that, I'm not going to say it's overpriced, like, look, $3 for new missions or whatever, but it's another game where, if you already didn't own the base game, which you should have, now you can pick up all the DLC for, $8 instead of $35. And I would certainly say, pick and choose, but anything that adds new content, I would say, is worth it. Lots of these are new missions that you should grab.
And some of them are just robes.
Yeah, so maybe don't get just the robes, unless you want robes, I suppose. I don't know. In my opinion, that's sort of the ones that you really need to take a really close look at today.
Well, I would say, again, we're back to a situation where my top 3 games of last year you can get for $20.
It's insane.
Which are XCOM, Torchlight 2, and FTL, which is $5 today.
Yeah. I'm not a big Call of Duty guy, so, look, if for some reason you don't own Modern Warfare 3, they don't go on sale often. Here's my thing about Steam sales. I've been accused of being too cheap. And it's a combination of, it's a math problem between here's how good the game is and here's how cheap the game is.
Right.
So that's why I would take Torchlight over XCOM, even though I loved XCOM. It's because it's half as much money. You can get 2 Torchlights for 1 XCOM.
Very true.
Same thing with Far Cry 3. Absolutely love the game, but
$24, that's outrageous.
It isn't Steam sale time because for $24, it's like Deus Ex was $3. It's ridiculous.
Now, I just want to take a moment for for a warning. Do not buy Infestation Survivor Stories.
Nope, don't buy that.
That is the War Z by another name, which they had to change because they were sued by World War Z for name confusion, which was the entire, well, between that and DayZ, they were going for maximum name confusion there, getting people to buy it thinking it was a tie-in to, or the DayZ standalone.
Yep.
It is not. It is. We gave it a 3.0 at IGN. Do not buy it.
Do not buy. Do not want.
It's not worth $374.
Binding of Isaac out of the flash sales. We'll blast through these super quick. Resident Evil. I like indie games, but the Werewolf game, Port Royal 3.
Yeah.
But Binding of Isaac, easily worth $1.25. A good action roguelike.
Yeah,
and
it's
community
kind of a
choice.
randomized Zelda almost.
It is. It is like a randomized Zelda. That's actually a really good description. Risen 2, I am a big fan of. I don't know about its Metacritic. I didn't read other people's reviews. I don't know why they didn't like it.
I think at launch, the combat was a bit wonky, and they quickly patched that and revised it, and that made it a much better experience overall.
If you like pirates and sort of exploration, open-ended games, I would say Risen 2 is easily worth $5 or $7.50 for sort of the Game of the Year version, or not Game of the Year, but the one that includes all the DLC.
Gary's Mod we should not leave out. Gary's Mod is $2.50.
Yep.
It's like by itself, it's not actually much of a game, just a kind of a tool set for going nuts and posing your source game characters however you want. But there are a bunch of mods for Gary's Mod, which would turn it into some really crazy games.
So summing up, if you get one game, either make it Torchlight or XCOM. You should also consider Magicka, SimCity, Call of Duty or Far Cry,
Gary's Mod,
and Gary's Mod. Skip Van Helsing. Skip I guess Euro Truck. I don't know enough about those crazy sim games to really comment on that.
Van Helsing, just for reference, is another action RPG. It's nowhere near as good as Torchlight 2.
And Skip Infestation.
Yes.
So we're always kind of trying to help you save money here at IGN. So you'll be back again tomorrow for day 9.
Yeah,
day
and
9 of these
we have the little trick here. Like if you drag that the image behind there to a new tab, which I already did, I'll spoil it for you. It is Skyrim will be on sale tomorrow.
Ooh. See, I don't have the Skyrim Game of the Year edition, so maybe I'll grab that too.
Yep.
Cheating. That is a nice little tip.
It is.
Everybody at home, thank you for tuning in. Dan, thank you for joining me and dropping some PC knowledge bombs on me. Remember, we're always spotlighting the sort of all the sales happening on the App Store, so make sure you're keeping it locked to IGN.